Jie Yiyuan brought Shi Xing'an and Liang Yu over. After experiencing life and death, the two are already inseparable. It was the first time I came to a place like Beishan Courtyard, and I was facing top figures like Bai Yiyuan and Meng Anwen. Shi Xing'an and Liang Yu were very nervous and extremely cautious. After seeing Lin Moyu, the two relaxed a little. At this time, Meng Anwen had already created the transfer circle, and looked at Shi Xing'an. "You are too excited now, please adjust it." Shi Xing'an dared not listen to Meng Anwen's words, and immediately sat down, trying to keep himself calm. But with so many thoughts coming, Shi Xing'an couldn't calm down no matter what. "If you are not calm, it is not good for job transfer." Lin Moyu understood this, and said to Shi Xing'an, "Brother Shi, it's just a job change. Teacher Meng and Teacher Bai have already prepared everything. As long as you can maintain a firm belief, there is a more than 60% chance of triggering career advancement." Shi Xing'an tried his best to adjust his breathing. "I understand, but I'm still a little nervous." Liang Yu walked over and suddenly kicked Shi Xing'an lightly. "Damn Shido, is he a man? He is not afraid of death. If not, he will change jobs. What is there to be afraid of?" Liang Yu knew Shi Xing'an best, and she woke him up with just one sentence. "That's right, I'm not afraid of death anymore, so there's nothing to be nervous about. It's just a job change, what's the big deal?" Lin Moyu even prepared such precious O2 Heart of the Earth and Earth Gems for himself. There are also various materials prepared by Lord Beishan for himself, and the career-changing magic circle built by the first magician of the human race for himself. What else is there to be afraid of? My mood finally calmed down, and I bowed respectfully to Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan. "Please Anshan and Beishan." Shi Xing'an walked to the center of the formation. Meng Anwen pointed his finger, and the job transfer began to operate amidst the roar. Rays of light rushed to the sky, merged into colorful rays of light in the air, and then fell like rays of sunshine and enveloped Shi Xing'an. Shi Xing'an holds the Earth Gem in his left hand and the Heart of the Earth in his right hand. The Heart of the Earth allows a paladin to trigger a special professional upgrade at the second turn, thus turning him into an Earth Knight in one fell swoop. If there is an Earth Gem to cooperate, the probability of triggering sublimation will be greatly increased. Lin Moyu and Liang Yu watched quietly. At this time Shi Xing'an was calm, but Liang Yu was a little nervous. Lin Moyu said, "Sister Yu, don't be nervous, trust Brother Shi, it will be fine." Liang Yu nodded, "I believe him." That being said, Liang Yu's rapidly heaving chest and clenched fists betrayed her. Shi Xing'an didn't hear about foreign affairs at this time, and completely calmed down. He quickly thought about the experiences of these years. Until recently his 3 comrades died under the sword of the Dragon Clan in order to protect him. It further aroused his desire to become a Knight of the Earth. Only when he became an Earth Knight and later reached the God level, could he enter the Dragon Clan and avenge his dead brother. At this moment, Shi Xing'an cast aside the thought of failure. He can't fail, and won't fail. Faith is becoming more and more firm, and strands of strength in the body are growing. The power in the magic circle poured in, breaking the barrier of rank for Shi Xing'an. Now Shi Xing'an has 2 paths. One is to become a great knight. This is just the name of a paladin after the second job change. It is essentially no different from a paladin. It's like a mage has become an archmage, and they are all mages in essence. The other is the land knight. Whether you can become a land knight depends on luck, and you are with yourself. I must become a knight of the earth. I believe that man will conquer nature. I will not quit, I must succeed. I want to avenge my brother, I want to kill the Dragon Clan, and I want to protect the human race. The power called belief is getting stronger and stronger. The earth gemstone in his left hand suddenly emitted a faint light. Then the light started to get stronger. Shi Xing'an activated the earth gem with the power of faith. Under the light of the earth gemstone, the heart of the earth on the right hand also develops and emits a faint light. The 2 kinds of light merged into one, covering Shi Xingfei. Together with the transfer circle, it merged into Shi Xing'an's body. Shi Xing'an slowly lifted into the air in the magic circle, hovering in midair. It's done. Bai Yiyuan gave a low drink. Meng Anwen sighed softly. It's been so many years since there have been Earth Knights in the human race, and finally there are again. Lin Moyu said in a low voice, Brother Shi activated the Earth Gem and the Heart of the Earth with his faith, triggering career advancement. At this moment, Liang Yu burst into tears and was extremely excited. I knew that you would definitely be able to do it. Lin Moyu thought about the last moment in the corpse world. It was the god-level powerhouse of the human race who protected him. Even though he became a rotting corpse and died for thousands of years, his belief in protecting the human race has never changed. Protect the Terran. Carved into the bone marrow, deep into the soul, even time is indelible. Having had that experience, Lin Moyu believes that the power of faith can create miracles. Lin Moyu is even more convinced that if one day, if he dispels the rotting corpse poison, those strong human races who believe in immortality can come back again. Faith is immortal. Lin Moyu whispered in his heart. At this moment, he also has a strong belief. A huge force is rising, and the sky and the earth change color. An illusory land appeared in the air, like a mirage. This piece of land is incomparably huge, covering the surrounding fields, and it lasted for 2 minutes in the air before slowly falling silent. In Lin Moyu's eyes, the land gradually shrunk and finally merged into Shi Xing'an's body. Shi Dangkong's aura rose sharply accordingly. A vision appeared in the sky, and colorful rays of light poured in from all directions and fell into Shi Xing'an's body. The Earth Knight is the ceiling of the knight profession, and there is no one of the strongest knights. There will inevitably be visions when changing jobs. The heart of the earth seemed to be alive, it turned into a heart, and it started beating. Every time it beats, the earth shakes accordingly. Then the heart of the earth and the gem of the earth drilled into Shi Xing'an's body. In an instant, Shi Xing'an's body shone brightly. The earth roared, and Shi Xing'an also fell. Waves of violent energy fluctuations are transmitted from the earth. Meng Anwen said, the Knight of the Earth, colluding with the power of the earth, I can use the endless energy of the earth. Being on the earth, the power will never be exhausted. 90% of all attacks on it will be channeled into the earth, and the earth will share it for him. Every attack can attract the power of the earth. Meng Anwen's 3 sentences pointed out the powerful nature of the Earth Knight. As long as you stand on the ground, your ability to continue the battle is endless, and you will be immune to 90% of all damage, and the power of the earth will be added to your attack. The Earth Knight is the darling of the earth, his own son. How can such a profession not be strong? Someone once said, if you want to defeat the knights of the land, you can only do so in the sky. But facing the knights of the land, you can't fly at all. With a soft buzzing sound, a halo appeared at Shi Xing'an's feet. Then the first halo appeared one after another. In the blink of an eye, 4 halos appeared under Shi Xing'an's feet. The 4-color halo of red, blue, green and yellow slowly rotates under the feet. The halo is very similar to the Holy Light Knight, has the same effect, but is more powerful. He also has what the Holy Light Knight has, and he also has what the Holy Light Knight does not have. 10 minutes later, Shi Xing'an fell slowly. The career transfer circle also stopped, and the job transfer officially ended. With tears in her eyes, Liang Yuexi flew into Shi Xing'an's arms and hugged him tightly. Shi Xing'an suppressed the excitement in his heart. I succeeded. Liang Yu nodded vigorously. I know, you will definitely succeed. Shi Xing'an and Liang Yuan lingered for a while, then walked over to Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan and said, this junior is grateful for the kindness of God Anshan Beishan. Bai Yiyuan waved his hand, you don't need to thank us, just thank Xiaoyu if you want to. He got the heart of the earth and the gemstone of the earth, otherwise we have nothing to do. Just as Shi Xing'an wanted to thank Lin Moyu, he was stopped by Lin Moyu. Brother Shi doesn't have to be like this. If it were you, you would do the same. Lin Moyu said it sincerely, and Shi Xing'an is not a hypocritical person. Shi Xing'an laughed, then I won't talk nonsense. In the future, Brother Lin will have something to do. In a word, my brother will not blink. Lin Moyu smiled, Brother Shi just needs to remember his beliefs. Shi Xing'an's face straightened, never dare to forget. Lin Moyu smiled, took out a shield and threw it at Shi Xing'an. This is a congratulatory gift, congratulations to Shi Dawei for becoming a Knight of the Earth. Shi Xing'an took the shield and looked at it, he was startled, it's too precious. Lin Moyu waved his hand, don't return it to me, throw it away if you don't like it. Throw it away, Shi Xing'an can't bear it. What Lin Moyu sent was the best shield he got so far. A better shield than the earth-touching dragon god. Battlefield Snake Turtle from the upper core area of the ancient battlefield. Turtle Shield for Knights only. Platinum level shield, all attributes plus 3000, Knight defense skills increased by 90%, physical damage reduced by 20%, elemental damage reduced by 20%, additional skills, Tortoise. Close black lens bracket. Tortoise. Unable to act within 30 seconds, immune to all damage during the period, recover from all injuries, reset the cooldown of all skills other than this skill, and the cooldown time is 1 hour. Shi Xing'an successfully changed his job, and the human race has since added an Earth Knight. The vision of heaven and earth when he changed jobs must have been noticed by many people. This kind of vision has been recorded in history, and anyone who has gone to school will know that this is a vision that will only appear when the Land Knight changes jobs. It is impossible to hide Shi Xing'an's job change to Earth Knight. In fact, I didn't intend to hide it. Now the Devil Worship Association in the country has been almost cleaned up. As long as Shi Xing'an is within the border, basically there will be no danger. Sure enough, as soon as Lin Moyu returned to the school, he heard someone talking about Shi Xing'an. After decades, the Earth Knights reappeared in the human race. The sealing profession of the knight is the envy of countless people. I read in the book that about 130 years ago, an Earth Knight led an army, broke through the entrance of the abyss, and almost entered the local world of the abyss. Unfortunately, it was still a little short in the end. Because that Earth Knight is only level 91, if he can go up a few levels, he will definitely be able to get in. I have also read the records of that great battle. It was the time when our human race fought to the deepest part of the abyss. I hope this time the Earth Knight can become the leader of the army and enter the abyss world after reaching the god level. It will be possible, I believe. The students' mouths are full of discussions about the Earth Knights, and the appearance of the Earth Knights has given them new hope. This is a magical and great profession, which has created too many brilliance since its birth. It has become the most troublesome occupation for abyssal demons and dragons. Therefore, in the ancient battlefield, whenever a copy of Crypt appears, the abyssal demons and dragons will try to prevent the human race from obtaining the heart of the earth. In fact, it is to prevent the Earth Knight from appearing again in the human race. But now, the Earth Knight finally appeared in the human race. The blocking of the Abyss Demon and the Dragon Clan also failed. With the recent eradication of the Demon Worship Association, the country has become somewhat chaotic, and the atmosphere has also fallen into a trough. But the appearance of the Earth Knight seems to have given the Shengsha Empire a shot in the arm. The point that everyone pays most attention to also comes to the Earth Knight. On the contrary, the fact that Lin Moyu became the second star general was not mentioned by many people. It may also be because Lin Moyu's fame is already too great and has reached the limit. Lin Moyu entered the dungeon hall again. Now he is not far from level 49, hurry up, he can reach level 50 in less than 2 days. When the time comes to master the new skills, it is necessary to go to the ancient battlefield. The Righteous Gods Agreement and the Ancient Earth Dragon's deal are all waiting for him. And the revenge of Open Black Lens Bracket Ancient Luan Close Black Lens Bracket, Lin Moyu has not forgotten. Along the way, people greeted Lin Moyu respectfully. His fame is too great, and his status is too high. People forget that he is obviously a new student who has only been enrolled for less than a year. In just 1 year, many people will never reach the peak in their lifetime. Entering the copy, breathing the slightly chilly air from Beast God Plateau. Who would have thought that in this dungeon, a demon king was once buried? The undead army cleaned up the monsters all the way, and quickly hit the number 3 plateau. Lin Moyu looked at the position where he was fighting with the Flame Demon King, and said in a faint voice, "It's a pity, if you were outside, I would erect a tombstone for you, anyway, you are also a demon king." Quote. The Flame Demon King died in the dungeon, and he didn't even deserve to have a tombstone, which is indeed mocking. In the depths of the abyss, the flames of the abyss here have turned dark green, almost black. Here, a huge palace is floating. The fire of the abyss surrounded it, and the whole palace was ups and downs in the flames. The Succubus King, Black Sky Demon King, Sword Demon King, 8-Armed Demon King and other middle-level demon kings with powerful bloodlines gathered together. They have stood respectfully outside the palace for many days. No one dared to object, Even the succubus king, who usually had a playful smile on his face, put away his smile and stood upright. The Haitian demon king stood beside the succubus king and whispered, "Do you know why His Majesty called us here?" The succubus king replied in a low voice, "It should be related to the recent actions of the human race. It seems that the worship of demons in the Xingsha Empire will be eradicated sooner or later." Haitian demon king was slightly taken aback. "Isn't the demon worship society always entrusted to you?" The succubus king whispered, "Actually, His Majesty is behind the Demon Worship Association, and I'm just in charge of coming forward." Only then did Haitian demon king know that it was not the succubus king who was behind the Demon Worship Association. As far as he knew, many strong men in the human race were subdued by the succubus king. Under the influence of the succubus king's charming power, some human races became lackeys of the succubus king without knowing it. Once subdued, there is almost no possibility of getting rid of it, and it can only become an obedient slave. Among the strong human beings that the succubus king has subdued over the years, there are even god-level ones. Sid is the succubus king, but also very vigilant. I was afraid that one day I would fall under the influence of the succubus king. It's just that it didn't expect that the leader behind the Demon Worship Association was His Majesty the Demon Emperor. The palace in flames finally moved. Dark green flames rose and completely enveloped the palace, and a huge demon emerged from the flames. It has a sharp horn on the top of its head, and the simulation looks slightly similar to the dragon family, but it is completely different. It is huge, like a giant. The demon wings on the back are equally huge, stretching more than 10 meters at will. The whole body is covered with scales, and there seems to be a flame dancing in each scale. It sits on the throne of the Demon Emperor, exuding an earth-shattering coercion. The moment it appeared, all the demons in it bent down and bowed their heads in salute. Kowtow to His Majesty the Demon Emperor. The Demon Emperor's eyes slowly swept across the Demon King's. Every Demon King caught by its eyes felt as if a sharp sword was drawn across his neck, trying to cut off his head. The power of the Demon Emperor is beyond their imagination. Normally, the Demon Emperor lives in the Demon Emperor's palace and rarely appears. Even if something happened, it was just an order to come over. There are very few things that bring them together like this. The Demon Emperor's low voice sounded slowly, "Very good, we're all here." Recently, the human race has made some moves. The Demon Worship Society in the Xingsha Empire has been eradicated. Succubus King, what do you think of this matter? The Succubus King was taken aback, his voice trembling slightly. "This time Bai Yiyuan and Meng Anwen fought together, the action was too sudden, I have already given the order to fight back." The Demon Emperor suddenly laughed out loud, the sound made the Succubus King feel terrified. "You ordered all members of the demon worshippers to fight back, right?" The Succubus King nodded. "She indeed ordered so." The Demon Emperor said coldly, "Do you think your counterattack will be useful under the watchful eyes of all the 95-level god-level powerhouses in the Xingsha Empire?" The Succubus King's brain was running like lightning, and he suddenly realized something. "I didn't want to fight back, but the Flame Demon King swore that he could kill Lin Moyu, and hoped that I would cooperate with him. That's why I let people do it, help the Flame Demon King attract attention, and create opportunities for him." The Demon Emperor's laughter was even colder. "Is it because it has no brains, or do you think the Emperor has no brains? Do you believe this?" The Succubus King trembled suddenly, and knelt down in the air, not daring to speak any more. At this time, a terrifying breath descended from the sky on the Succubus King. The Succubus King's body suddenly burned with raging flames, and he let out screams. But it still didn't dare to move in the flames, and even tried to suppress the screams. The Demon Emperor continued, "You gave a stupid order. Bai Yiyuan and Meng Anwen are waiting for you to fight back, so that they can catch you all in one go. A fish hidden in the mud is hard to catch, but a fish jumping out of the water is not easy to catch. Stupid. Worshipping the devil will lose the Emperor. I don't care about it. It's just some pawn's money that you lay out when you are bored, but you shouldn't take advantage of it." The Succubus King originally wanted to put the blame on the Flame Demon King, but there is no proof of death anyway. But did not expect. She gritted her teeth, fearful, "Your Majesty dare not, please make amends, Your Majesty." With a soft hum, the flames on Succubus King's body gradually disappeared. The succubus king panted for a while and was afraid, if the flames continued for a while, he would probably be burned to death. He is a majestic devil king, and he is powerless to resist the devil king. The demon emperor continued, the flame demon king is dead, this trash deserves to die, how can it be so easy to go to the human world? Hearing that the flame demon king died, several demon kings were slightly taken aback, but they didn't expect that guy to die in the human race. The succubus king's heart trembled even more, he didn't expect the demon king to know this. I called you here this time because I have a few things for you to do. 1. Prepare for war and guard the entrance to the abyss. The dragon clan is in the process of reorganizing the army, and the battle is not far away. 2. The Earth Knight appeared in the human race, I felt that hateful breath, found him, and killed him before. 3. The person who killed the flame demon king is called Lin Moyu, find him and kill him. After leaving the enveloping range of the demon emperor's palace, the demon kings gradually relaxed. They didn't dare not listen to what the demon emperor ordered just now. And the task has been assigned. Because the succubus has dealt with the human race all the year round, the task of killing the Earth Knight and Lin Moyu fell on her. The demon emperor obviously didn't know that she had dealt with Lin Moyu several times, and each time she came back at a loss. If she could kill, she would have done it long ago. But she dared not say, let alone refuse. Succubus king, please stay. He was thinking about how to deal with Lin Moyu when the voice of Hachan Demon King came from behind him. The Black Sky Demon King was also assigned the task of finding the Earth Knight and killing Lin Moyu. Counting it now, he and the Succubus King can be said to be comrades in arms. The Succubus King asked, what's the matter with the Black Sky Demon King? The Succubus King is still extremely polite to Haitian Demon King. The other party's level is no worse than his own, and his fighting power is famously strong, so his strength should be stronger than his own. For the strong, the Succubus King must respect them. Haitian Demon King said, I want to ask Succubus King about Lin Moyu. To be honest with the Succubus Demon King, when he was on the ancient battlefield, the Flame Demon King once issued an order to kill Lin Moyu. The child happened to be in the ancient battlefield that day. After receiving the order from the Devil King, he went to chase and kill Lin Moyu, but was killed instead. Not long after that incident, I really can't understand why Lin Moyu can reach the level of a god-level powerhouse in a short period of time. In his mind, only the god-level powerhouses of the human race can kill the Demon King. Above the god level and below the god level are like above the Devil King and below the Devil King. Not just a level gap, but a qualitative change. Succubus King suddenly let out a coquettish smile, Lin Moyu is not a god-level powerhouse. Haitian Demon King was shocked, if you are not a god-level powerhouse, then how could you kill the Flame Demon King? The Succubus King said, it's a long story about Lin Moyu, let's talk as we go. Good. Along the way, the Succubus King told Lin Moyu again. She also wants to kill Lin Moyu, if the Black Sky Demon King joins in, maybe the chance of success will be higher. Haitian Demon King said in a deep voice after listening, from this point of view, it is only natural that the child died at the hands of Lin Moyu. Even if he is not even level 50, but he can even kill the devil, Lin Moyu's combat power can no longer be overcome by common sense. The Succubus King said, even if that idiot Flame Demon King entered the dungeon by himself and his strength was suppressed, he is still the Demon King anyway. Lin Moyu's combat power is stronger than that of the ancient battlefield, and he has fought against the Dragon Clan several times, and the Dragon Clan has nothing to do with him. Even kidnapping his friend for a sneak attack ended in failure, and even caught up with a Dragon King. This guy is not only fateful, but also difficult to deal with. I feel that if he reaches the god level, even we will not be his opponents. Haitian Demon King has a different opinion, it doesn't need to wait for him to enter the god level, I feel that as long as he completes the 3rd rank, he will be enough to fight against us. ACFA, so if you want to kill him, you have to take advantage of it now. Otherwise, after he completes the 3rd rank, maybe only His Majesty the Southern Emperor himself can kill him. The Succubus King felt that what Hachan Demon King said made sense, I want to kill him too, but we can't do anything about him in the human world. Haitian Demon King said, start at him to see if he will leave the human race, and then I will think of a way. That's the only way to do it now. After discussing for a while, the two separated. It was difficult to kill Lin Moyu, but he had to. In the eyes of Haitian Demon King, killing Lin Moyu is more important and more difficult than killing Earth Knight. The demon worship society has basically been eradicated, but little fish and shrimps still remain. It should be enough to stare at individuals. Lin Moyu brushed the dungeon for 2 days and finally reached level 50. After reaching level 50, the experience upgrade requirements increase sharply again. A level 45 dungeon, even a dungeon like Beast God Plateau, can no longer meet the upgrade requirements. Every time you brush a copy, you can only increase the experience by 1%. It needs to be repeated 100 times to upgrade to a level. Who can stand this? The main reason is that Lin Moyu's upgrade speed is too fast. Others at the stage of level 40 to level 50 may waste several years, even 10 years is normal. It's not like Lin Moyu, who completed the feat of changing from a job to level 50 in less than a year. In the eyes of others, Lin Moyu's upgrade speed has been called a miracle. But in Lin Moyu's eyes, his upgrade speed is not fast. Suyu is in the front, Lin Mohan is too powerful a role model. Lin Moyu left the copy and went to the exchange. The exchange was slightly damaged in the war a few days ago, but it has basically been repaired now. I haven't been to the exchange for a long time, and Lin Moyu has stored a lot of gold level and platinum level equipment and weapons in his storage space. Lin Moyu didn't bother to consign one by one, so he simply threw them all to the exchange. In the past, I wanted to keep some platinum level equipment that looked good, and use it for myself or keep it for Shou Yi. But now he has seen too many good things, boss jewelry, legendary weapons, and even mythical weapons. Unknowingly, my vision has improved, and I can't look down on these things. Now in his eyes, only legendary or boss jewelry can be regarded as a good thing. Platinum level equipment that needs to be top-notch at worst is the type with top attributes and top skills. Indispensable. Although he has obtained so many pieces of equipment, there are only a few pieces that can be called top quality. One of the tortoise shields has been given to Shi Xing'an. What is left is a few pieces of equipment obtained from the earth-touching dragon god, and the Soul Eater dagger obtained from the Soul Eater Insect King. Soul Devourer dagger exclusive to assassin class platinum level weapon, all attributes plus 2500, assassin class skill increase by 80%. Additional skills, Soul Eater. Close black lens bracket. Soul Eater passive skill, each attack will cause damage to the target's soul. This damage ignores defense, physical immunity, and elemental immunity. Close black lens bracket. It's useless for him to keep this thing, originally he wanted to give it to Ning Yi. But Ning Yi said something similar to the boss jewelry, Lin Moyu also put it away. Originally, the properties of the Soul Eater ring were good, but because of the boss jewelry, it looked inferior. Lin Moyu thought about it and sold it. In the end, only 4 pieces of equipment remained. The soul-devouring dagger, the sword of the dragon god, the shield of the dragon god, and the robe of the dragon god. All other platinum level and gold level weapons were thrown into the exchange to save the big fund coins. The moment Lin Moyu sold the equipment, the magic crystal in the exchange froze. The person in charge of the exchange in the empire was confused, why so many weapons were thrown in all at once. The amount was too large, and he dared not make a decision. But when I checked the name of the trader, my whole body trembled, and the seller turned out to be Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu's fame is too great, you don't have to know it, you don't have to know it. He contacted his boss immediately, and then the boss contacted the boss. In just 10 seconds, he received a reply from the highest level. For all the items that Linshen will sell, we will increase the price by 20% for recycling. Lin Shen will give you a 20% discount on all the items you buy. Without hesitation, he quickly carried out a series of operations. Lin Moyu found that the exchange went back to normal after being stuck for a while. A lot of gold coins have entered his account and can be withdrawn at any time. Hey, there are more gold coins. Lin Moyu found that there were too many gold coins. Before, he had about 1 billion gold coins. After selling all the equipment this time, he could get back less than 8 billion gold coins. But now, in exchange for a full 9 billion gold coins, his net worth has become 10 billion. Then he discovered that the prices on the exchange had become cheaper. The prices of others have not changed, but I have added a discounted price. All items are 20% off. Lin Moyu realized after a second that this should be a discount given to him by the exchange. It goes without saying that the boss behind the exchange is the royal family. This matter is done by the royal family, and the emperor is showing favor to himself. Although I haven't come to the door to apologize, but this matter is going well. Lin Moyu smiled and started shopping for items. This time he came to buy an intermediate skill scroll. The price in the exchange is 10 million gold coins for one piece, and after the auction, it is 8 million gold coins for 10 pieces. As for the flashing mid-level skill scrolls, they are not for sale at all. Although the price is about 10 times that of the middle-level skill scroll, but there is no market for the price, and you can't buy it even if you have money. No way, the output of this thing is too small. Lin Moyu still has 4 flashing mid-level skill scrolls on his body now, so he can't use them casually. It can't be used at least at level 50, so it can only be made up by quantity. With the experience of awakening skills at level 30, Lin Moyu didn't even think about it, and bought it directly. 500 intermediate skill scrolls. Buy 500 skill scrolls at one time, and they are still intermediate skill scrolls. Really generous. Once again, the person in charge of the exchange system was taken aback. Lin Moyu had just sold 9 billion worth of equipment, and backhandedly bought 4 billion worth of intermediate skill scrolls. The manager was in a daze, and murmured, "If there is no discount, we can earn an extra billion." 1 billion is not a small number. For many people, it is an astronomical figure. It was an order from above, which directly made a loss of 1 billion. Just a few seconds in a daze, he suddenly saw another transaction appear. It's still an intermediate skill scroll, and it's still a familiar number, approximately 500. Another 4 billion gold coins. Lin Moyu bought 500 mid-level skill scrolls, which seemed not enough after thinking about it, just in case Fang Yi bought another 500 scrolls. For him, money is not an issue. He brushed the dungeon a few more times, and the equipment, as soon as he sold it for money, he would have it. After all, he only brushes alone, and the equipment is taken by himself, and he does not need to distribute it to others. After all, money comes too easily. A total of 1,000 mid-level skill scrolls bought out most of the mid-level skill scrolls in the exchange. 1,000 should be enough. Think about it is almost the same. If it really doesn't work, there are still flashing intermediate skill scrolls. Back at Beishan Courtyard, Lin Moyu felt the atmosphere of outsiders before entering. Someone came to Beishan Courtyard. The breath was familiar, and Lin Moyu smiled. It turned out to be a gift. Walking into the courtyard, Lin Moyu saw Dongfang Yi and Dongfang Yao. When Dongfang Yao saw Lin Moyu, a trace of apology flashed in her eyes. "I don't know if I'm sorry for falling into the rotting corpse world, or because I made an unreasonable request last time. Lin Moyu is not so stingy, some things are in the past." Dongfang Yi saw Lin Moyu and greeted Lin Moyu with a smile. "General Lin, you are back." His attitude can be regarded as polite. As the ruler of the country and a god-level powerhouse, he didn't need to treat Lin Moyu like this. But for various reasons, he was very polite to Lin Moyu. He knows very well that as long as Lin Moyu doesn't die, Lin will definitely surpass him in the near future. No matter the identity of the king or the power of the gods, it is not enough for Lin Moyu. As the lord of a country, he still has this vision. Dongfang Yi was polite, and Lin Moyu naturally responded politely. "Hi Dongfang, Princess Yao." "Hello, Lin Moyu." Dongfang Yao called Lin Moyu by the name of Lin Moyu to show respect. Then Dongfang Yi's eyes shrank suddenly, his voice trembled slightly. "General Lin, you have become a second-star general." Lin Moyu nodded and drew. Quote. While speaking, Lin Moyu had passed Dongfang Yi and came to Bai Yiyuan's side, so he stopped talking. Lin Moyu couldn't be more clear about the purpose of the two of them. Let Bai Yiyuan decide this matter, it's better for him not to speak. Bai Yiyuan is good at cheating. I just don't know whether Dongfang Yi and Dongfang Yao have just arrived, or they have already been knocked out. At this time, Bai Yiyuan said, "Master Dongfang, I have received your wishes, and you also made mistakes in the past, so there is no need to mention it in the future. Hearing this, Dong Fangyi heaved a sigh of relief. This matter is over. Lin Moyu also understood that the knock on bamboo has been completed. After a few more polite words, the two left Beishan courtyard. During this period, Dong Fangyi treated Lin Moyu very politely. Before leaving, he also greeted Lin Moyu specially. After teleporting back to the palace, Dong Fangyao didn't understand. Father, why did your attitude towards Lin Moyu suddenly become so polite? Although he was very polite before, it will not become like this now. This made Dong Fangyao feel that her father was flattering Lin Moyu. Dong Fangyi coughed lightly. He has become a 2-star general. Dong Fangyao didn't understand. So, isn't he already a god general? Is there any difference between the 2-star god generals? Dong Fangyi said, of course it's different. As long as you have enough military skills, you can become a general. There is not much difference between a star-less general and a 1-star general, as long as the number of enemies killed is sufficient. But the 2nd star is different. The 2nd star can only be achieved by killing the Demon King. It is said that at least one Demon King must die in the hands of Lin Shenzhong. I heard before that the Flame Demon King entered the dungeon to hunt down the Forest God General, but he was killed instead. But I still couldn't believe it. How could someone below level 50 be able to kill the Demon King? Today it was finally confirmed that this is true. Sergeant badges are not deceiving. Dong Fangyao asked strangely, couldn't it be Beishan Anshan who beat the devil half to death, and then let him make up the knife? Dong Fangyi chuckled, then you don't know much about sergeant badges, it's useless to do so. In short, when you see him in the future, you should respect him even more. His future achievements will far exceed imagination. In Beishan's small courtyard, Bai Yiyuan was already grinning so hard that he couldn't close his mouth. Lin Moyu doesn't know how many good things he knocked over, probably quite a lot. Meng Anwen said, look how you are laughing, your saliva is dripping down. Bai Yiwen smiled brightly, the royal family is really rich, much richer than me. I have collected materials for most of my life, and I don't lose as much as they do all at once. Can make Bai Yiyuan lose his composure. Lin Moyu is even more curious about what Dong Fangyi brought. Bai Yiyuan said, Xiao Yu, do you want to go to the corpse world again? Lin Moyu's forehead suddenly pulled out 3 black lines, and his teacher seemed crazy. Meng Anwen sighed, don't pay attention to him, this guy is crazy. This time, Dong Fangyi has been sincere, and brought a lot of good things. Let's put it this way, your consumption during the 2nd round is fully replenished. The materials for the 3rd rotation are also sufficient. And, there are some things you can use right now. Lin Moyu knew that Bai Yiyuan had almost emptied his entire family for his 2nd turn. Zero asked for flowers. Although he is a god-level powerhouse, his family background is actually not that rich. It is definitely incomparable with a 1,000-year-old family like the royal family. It's normal for people to take out some casually, and it may be far more than Bai Yiyuan. Meng Anwen really couldn't see it, and shot a beam of light at Bai Yiyuan from his fingertips. Bai Yiyuan was immediately knocked into the air, flying hundreds of meters away. After Bai Yiyuanfei came back, he finally returned to normal. I didn't blame Meng Anwen for why he did something to him, his old face was still a little embarrassed. He took out 2 boxes and threw them to Lin Moyu. Other things are of little use to you, what is here is what you use. Lin Moyu took the box and opened it. The scrolls were neatly placed inside the first byte. There are 10 scrolls of flashing intermediate skills. It is indeed what I need. And 10 mid-level skill scrolls. In this way, I have 14 shining mid-level skill scrolls, which is completely enough. Then he opened another box, and the moment the box was opened, they rushed out of the box together. There is a skill scroll inside, a flashing advanced skill scroll. The advanced skill scroll itself is already very expensive, and the price in the exchange is 100 million. As for the flashing advanced skill scrolls, they are even more priceless. Lin Moyu has only 1 piece so far. Now there is a second one. Bai Yiyuan said, 10 intermediate cards and 1 advanced card. Glittering high-level skill scrolls are not easy to get. Even the royal family probably doesn't have many in stock. You can use them at level 80. Lin Moyu understands what Bai Yiyuan means, and when he is at level 70 for the third time, he should try his best to complete the professional sublimation. Then level 70 skills can be mastered automatically, and there is no need to waste high-level skill scrolls. Transforming into a god at level 90 also does not require skill scrolls. Only required at level 80. Lin Moyu put away the box. Teacher, I bought some mid-level skill scrolls at the exchange. I'd better keep the shiny scrolls as a spare, just in case. Bai Yiyuan nodded. That's what I mean too. Now that you are level 50, you can use ordinary skill scrolls. Use flashing scrolls at level 60, 14 flashing scrolls are enough for you, you won't have so many skills. By the way, how many mid-level skill scrolls have you bought? Is the money enough? Not enough teacher places have it. Lin Moyu said, 1,000 sheets. Puff. Bai Yiyuan almost took a sip of tea. Where did you get so much money? If 1,000 copies are not discounted, it will be 10 billion. Lin Moyu said, I sold all the equipment in the dungeon, and I got it. The exchange gave me a discount, and I can get a 20% discount. After all, it is a single swipe, so it is normal to gain more points. Bai Yiyuan said, first restore your spirit to the best state, then you can use the skill scroll. 1,000 should be enough for one. When the middle-level skill scroll is activated, the movement is much larger than that of the low-level skill scroll. Most of the Beishan courtyard was shrouded in misty light. Lin Moyu had experience in using skill scrolls, and activated 10 scrolls directly. Tens of thousands of starlight whizzed around itself, bringing up gusts of breeze, and at the same time accompanied by the unique breath of the skill scroll. The material items used to manufacture intermediate skill scrolls are much more precious than primary scrolls. The aura that diffuses out is also much stronger. This breath is easy to fascinate and intoxicate. The power contained in the skill scroll entered the body, and Lin Moyu felt the deepest part of himself, as if something was attracted. But it seemed that it was not strong enough, and finally returned to silence. The first batch of 10 skill scrolls did not awaken new skills, but Lin Moyu felt something different. It's a feeling I've never felt before. Without hesitation, 10 skill scrolls were activated again. The misty light lit up again, and the skill scroll exploded into thousands of stars, spinning around Lin Moyu endlessly. Lin Moyu sensed the depths of his body again, as if something had been hooked. It feels clearer than last time, but it still seems to be a little bit worse. Before this feeling faded, Lin Moyu immediately activated the 10 scrolls again. The power of the scroll was strengthened again, and this time it felt clearer. Lin Moyu already felt the power that was about to move in his body. Activate the scroll again. After activating the scroll 5 times in a row, Lin Moyu kept counting and sensing. He is no longer as ignorant as he was at level 30. Seems to understand something. Bai Yiyuan was a little surprised. What is Xiaoyu doing? Meng Anwen whispered. Xiaoyu seems to have sensed the skills in his body. Hiss. Bai Yiyuan gasped, showing an expression of disbelief. Oh, it's impossible. Meng Anwen said in a low voice, it's impossible to put it on you, but it's hard to say on Xiaoyu. Bai Yiyuan still couldn't believe it. The source of sensing skills is something that can only be done after level 80 at least. Meng Anwen shook his head, but did not speak. At this moment, he couldn't understand it either. Although instinctively made him feel that it was impossible, the thing in front of him was clearly happening. Lin Moyu didn't know how exaggerated and shocking what he was doing. Even Meng Anwen, who has always been well informed, was shocked by him at this moment. 5 consecutive activations, a total of 50 skill scrolls, made Lin Moyu feel that the thing deep in his body was becoming more and more active. It was only a short step away from fully waking up. After calculating in his mind, Lin Moyu took out 19 skill scrolls. Should be enough. Thinking in my heart, the mental power rushed out to activate them. As the power of the skill scroll entered his body, the thing he sensed was completely awakened and rushed out of his body. Lin Moyu's body trembled slightly, the thing rushed out from an unknown location, filled his whole body in an instant, and finally entered the spiritual world, leaving a brand in his soul. Acquired skill. Undead Wings. Undead Wings Level 1. Within 1 second, the self and summoned objects can gain the ability to fly. The higher the skill level, the faster the flying speed and the shorter the cooling time. The cooling time is 1 hour. Close black lens bracket. At the moment when the prompt sounded, Lin Moyu fully understood what he sensed. That was a skill, he sensed it. Trembling all over, the expression on his face told the world how incredible this is. The skill was actually sensed. He didn't even check the skill attributes carefully, and immediately wanted to ask Bai Yiyuan and Meng Anwen what was going on. Before he could speak, a voice suddenly sounded in his mind again. It is detected that the host has awakened the undead wings, which can be fused with the lightning wings skill, and the system is optimizing the fusion skills for the host. Close black lens bracket. The system reappeared and began to fuse skills. Lin Moyu was overjoyed. The skills after system integration would definitely be stronger. He checked the newly awakened undead wings, which allowed him and the summoned objects to have the ability to fly at the same time. This skill is very powerful, and it is also a skill that I dream of. The summoned object has the ability to fly since then. In that way, he can carry out air combat, and he will no longer have shortcomings in dealing with those flying monsters or demonic dragons. There is no need to take the trouble to trick them down like before. The combatant has changed dramatically and become more flexible. The usable time is 1 second, and the cooling time is 1 hour. 1 second is enough for what? But Lin Moyu knew that the skills he had awakened could receive talent bonuses. This 1 second should turn into 60 seconds. After he reaches level 50, most of his skills have been upgraded accordingly, and his talent for comprehensive increase has also changed from 50 times to 60 times. But the cooling time of 1 hour is too long, and the practicality is greatly reduced. And it will be very difficult to practice this skill. It can only be used once in an hour, and can be used 24 times a day. It really takes time to practice until the year of the monkey. Now Lin Moyu can only place his hope on the new skills after system integration. The excited heart gradually calmed down. Having flying skills is always a good thing. Even if you level up again, there will always be a time to improve it. Lin Moyu comforted himself while waiting. In the eyes of Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan, when Lin Moyu activated the 15 skill scrolls, Meng Anwen had already confirmed his guess. Lin Moyu has indeed sensed the skill. As to whether he has sensed the root of the skill, it is still not completely sure. But at least, he has taken a crucial step. This step is very important for whether one can transform into a god. Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan looked at each other with joy in their eyes. After a while, the voice of the system sounded again in my mind. Skill fusion completed. Congratulations to the host for acquiring the skill, Lightning Undead Wing. Lightning Undead Wings Level 1. The self and summoned objects have the ability to fly within 10 seconds, and the cooling time is 10 minutes. The higher the skill level, the faster the flying speed and the shorter the cooling time. Close black lens bracket. Lin Moyu clenched his fists, suppressing his excitement forcibly. The time of 10 seconds has increased by 10 times compared to before the fusion. And you can also enjoy the talent bonus, with 10 minutes of flying time each time. The cooling time has changed from 60 minutes to 10 minutes, which means there is no cooling time. For him, he already has the ability to fight in the air for a long time. The short board of not being able to fly was finally made up for. Now as long as the level can be raised, the flight speed can be increased. As for whether the cooling time will be shortened, it is no longer important. Lin Moyu opened his eyes, just about to tell Meng Anwen and Bai Yiyuan the good news. Suddenly, he saw Bai Yiyuan staring at him strangely. It's not just Bai Yiyuan, Meng Anwen's eyes are also weird. Lin Moyu felt a little hairy all over, and asked strangely, "Teacher, what's wrong?" Bai Yiyuan squinted his eyes and made a weird smile. "Xiao Yu, did you feel any special when you awakened your skills just now?" Special feeling? Lin Moyu thought for a while. After I activated the skill scroll, it seemed that something in my body was hooked, and it felt like it was going to jump out. Later, I kept activating the scroll, and the feeling became more and more obvious until the skill was fully activated. Bai Yiyuan continued to ask, "What about when the skill is activated? What does it feel like?" Lin Moyu recalled how he felt at that time, and replied, "When the skill is activated, that feeling flows through the whole body, and finally enters the spiritual world." Bai Yiyuan asked again, then can you feel the root of that thing? Source. Lin Moyu shook his head after thinking. He didn't feel the root cause, the previous feeling was a very general feeling, and now in retrospect, it's a bit nihilistic. Even Lin Moyu felt that the previous one might be an illusion. Meng Anwen said, don't worry, you continue to awaken your skills. If that feeling reappears, try to find the root cause. Bai Yiyuan also said, yes, don't worry, try to find the root cause. Hearing Meng Anwen's words, Lin Moyu realized that this matter seemed very important. After activating the skill scroll again, 10,000 starlight enveloped him again.